Hello dear students, hope you all are fine. It's me Priyanka from SR Public School Kota. I welcome you all to this class. Today we'll read about the poem The Secret of Machines. So let's start today's topic. The Secret of Machines is written by Rudyard Kipling. So we all heard about Rudyard Kipling's famous work Jungle Book and we have seen the movie too. We just love that movie, right? He was a famous British author of novels and poetry and was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1907. This poem basically deals with the problem of modern technology and automation, and it gives in the beginning the poem informed about how machine produce and what kind of treatment they need. Afterwards machines explain how they can serve humanity, and the poem ends with the statement the machines, although capable of great deeds, are still nothing more than creation of the human brain. So now let's recite the poem first. The secret of the machines. An inclined plane and a wheel and axle are two simple machines. You can see at the top of the page an inclined plane and this is axle. So these two simple machines they have given here. And can you think of any real life example where you can see these two machines in use? Okay, now let's recite the poem. We were taken from the orbit and the mine, we were melted in the furnace and the pit, we were cast and wrought and hammered to design. We were cut, filed and tooled and gauged to fit. Some water, coal and oil, all we ask, and 1,000 of an inch to give us play. And now, if you'll set us to a task, we'll serve you 4 and 24 hours a day. We can pull and hold and push and lift and drive. We can print and plug and weave and heat and light. We can run and race and swim and fly and dive. We can see and hear and count and read and write. Would you call a friend from half across the world? If you let us have his name and town and state, you shall see and hear your cracking question hold across the arc of heaven while you wait. Has he answered? Does he need you at his side? You can start this very evening if you choose, and take the Western Ocean in the stride of 70,000 horses and some screws. The boat express is waiting your command. You'll find the Mauretania at the quay. Till her captain turned the lever neath his hand, and the monstrous 9 deck cities goes to sea. But remember, please, the law by which we live. We are not built to comprehend a lie. We can neither love nor pity nor forgive. If you make a slip in handling us, you die. We are greater than the people or the kings. Be humble as you crawl beneath our roads. Our touch can alter all created things. We are everything on earth except the gods. Though our smoke may hide the heavens from your eyes, it will vanish and the stars will shine again. Because for all our power and weight and size, we are nothing more than children of your brain. Rudyard Kipling. Now, I'm going to explain this poem to you stanza wise. We were taken from the orbit and the mine. Here in the first stanza, machine, who is the speaker of the poem. This poem, in this poem, machines actually speak. Okay, so in the first stanza, machines, who is the speaker of the poem, are saying that they are obtained from the orbit and the mines. You all know what is mines. Okay, means their ore of metal which they made are obtained from orbit and mines. After obtaining it, the metals are melted in the blast furnaces and then designed by hammering or by casting to make it machine, to make it fit for work. After that, or what they need in all this, what machines it, like we have food, so what machines need some water, coal and oil, and they are ready to work. Machines are saying here that they can work 24 hours for us, means they can serve us whole day continuously without taking rest. In the second stanza, we can pull and hold and push and lift and drive. Means the machine speaks that they can work, they can pull, they can hold, they can push, they can lift, drive, plug, weave. they can heat, they can light, they can do everything. They can race, they can swim, they can fly, they can dive, they can count, they can read and write, they can do everything. It means machines are more efficient compared with the human being. As we know that machines can do several men's tasks very fast. So now come to the third stanza. In the third stanza, here metaphors, the poet used lot many metaphors. One which he has used is one example is there, the ark of heaven, which ark of heaven, the words which wants to show you that people can communicate over really long distances. These how they can communicate with each other through telephones, through telegraph, and transport machines like ship. When these machines were invented, it was for the first time to possibly communicate over long distances. So in this stanza, the machine addressed directly to the reader as a representative of mankind. Now come to the fourth stanza. The boat express is waiting your command. Here, poet is talked about the enormous of machines. Have you seen big ships? So one example they have given of big ships which have 9 decks, like double decker bus. So same 9 deck ship. And Mauritania means it it is a high speed luxury passenger ship which was launched in 1906, and it was the world's biggest passenger ship at the time. So here in the fourth stanza, poet talked about the enormousness of machines. Now come on the stanza number 5. But remember please the law by which we live. In this stanza, machines ask us to remember that they are operated according to the law of physics. Means machines have no feelings like us. Like human beings have feelings. The human beings can cry, human beings can laugh, human beings can express their feelings. And human beings tired too. But machines, they are having no feelings, so they never harm us purposefully. Human beings have though that kind of devil mind, but machines they do not have mind. So this can be taken as warning from the machines. If they are handled in a careless manner, the results can be fatal for us. Thus must be machines must be operated with utmost caution. In this stanza, poet just warned us about about the about the careless manner if we handle the machine in the careless manner. So in this paragraph, poet tells us the same. Now come at the very last paragraph. Though our smoke may hide the heavens from your eyes, it will vanish and star will shine again. So in the last paragraph, machines are agreed actually to the fact that they are not superior to mankind. Finally, in the last paragraph, they humbly said that who? Machines. Machines are humbly said that they are only the children of human brain because they are the product of creative ideas of human brain. So according to them, machines are nothing else that they are the creative idea of human brains. Machines are children of human brain. Hope you all understood the poem. If not, watch it twice, thrice. All right now, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.